And as you dive deeper,
everything just went from green. The whole time they were there it was green.
Yes.
And now it's into purple.
Okay, what is that purple?
It's more spiritual.
Very good. Dive deeper and connect with your great-great-grandmother. Ask permission to speak with her.
And she's been trying to talk to me and I wasn't getting it.
Okay.
She's smarter than I am. Yep.
What does she look like?
She's very clever. She looks a lot like me, only she's got dark hair and dark eyes.
Okay.
And she's just a couple inches shorter than me.
Mm-hmm. How does she appear to you?
Well, she's done up like a white woman. She's got braids and she's wearing a turn of the century, I guess. No, before that, maybe. Like really like when you see a Wild West show or something.
Yes. Why is she showing up like that?
Because that's how she stayed off the Trail of Tears,
Okay.
by acting like she's a white woman. Excuse me. Yeah, because she avoided catastrophe by posing as a Dutch woman.
So what tribe is she from?
That's the Mobillans.
Mobilin.
Mobilin.
Okay.
And they were a very small tribe also.
Where were they from?
They were Mobile area.
Okay.
But they went, there were no lines there. Mobilans went from Louisiana all the way to Florida. They were just real spread. They moved, They
Yes.
had camps. But they stayed around the Gulf Coast.
Okay. So let's slow this down because Sabrina wants help in writing the history of this tribe. So let's start with when she was a child. What happened?
When my great-great-grandmother was a child? Or
Yes,
me?
when she
Okay.
was a child.
When she was a child, they were on the eastern shore
Yes.
of Mobile Bay.
Okay.
There was a point, the Spanish built a fort on it after they were there. And it was a high point, like a cliff over the bay.
Mm-hmm.
And they lived around there, and they did fishing. They had canoes. They just fished for all kinds of sea life in the bay because it emptied into the Gulf. They would travel, like they'd travel inland a little bit just to sell fish.
Mm-hmm.
Not fish, crabs.
Okay.
They'd sell like blue crabs, but only in the cooler months they could get it to some other tribe that was a little bit more inland. And the other tribe would trade produce for the crabs.
Okay. What happens next?
Well, I mean, there were just a bunch of different tribes, and they all lived in peace. They weren't, they were all just doing their thing.
Okay, so I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you will be in that body of your great-great-grandmother when they find out the news that things are going to happen to them. 1, 2, and 3. What's happening?
Oh, wow, she's, okay, she's like, she's not old, she's like 18 or something.
Yes.
And there was a white girl that was looking for her friend that got kidnapped by the Indians.
Mm-hmm.
And she made friends with that girl because she saw her like spying on the tribe. And she made friends with her because they were about the same age. They were very intrigued with each other. And the white girl fell in love with her brother. And her dad was the chief. So her brother was the son of the chief. And this white girl, who was Dutch, she was called Black Dutch. They were the dark-haired Dutch. Fell in love with him, her brother, and they decided to change places.
Yeah.
So
is that how they got the clothing?
Yeah, the white girl gave her the clothes and showed her how to do her hair. And then the white girl joined the tribe. Because her brother said, here, I mean, they fell in love. And,
Yes.
and he said he wanted to have this girl in the tribe, and the chief didn't have, he was not happy about it, but they were about to go on this big adventure. They didn't know it was Trail of Tears. It was just good timing that she decided she was going to go to another town and act like she was white.
Yes.
Because, I mean, these girls made friends. There was they knew each other a little while. So she went to, I want to say Charleston, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of them went on the Trail of Tears. So, after a while, she met a man that was a grocer who had his own little grocery store kind of thing. Wasn't a lot,
Mm-hmm.
But he knew she was, in disguise kind of thing.
Yes.
But when she met him, he helped her, keep the image up kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then they came back down to Mobile after all that was over. And by that time, yellow fever had hit the tribes, and some went on the Trail of Tears. And I don't know, I don't understand timelines.
Okay, I'm going to count to 3. I want you to just go deeper now and connect even more to get the information. 1, go deeper now. 2, allowing the information to flow smoothly. And 3, what's happening?
The grocer was a Native American also. His name was Hugh George. He named himself after George Washington, because some Native Americans were doing that. They were coming up with like a president's name or something.
Yes. What is her name?
Her name. I want to say Clementine.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's the Dutch name?
no, I don't know what the Dutch name is. Dutch name. Cartwright. She went by Clementine Cartwright, but I don't know what the real
Mm-hmm.
Dutch was.
Have her spell it out for you.
It's like, it sounds like Lexi.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Lexi is, she's saying that Lexi, it could be something else, Lexi. But she came up with this clementine from an orange, kind of orange that grew, or it was like her favorite fruit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cartwright was somebody, I think it was the white girl's name.
Okay.
Her name was Cartwright, so she took her name. Her name was Sarah Cartwright, and she took her name, and she named herself after that fruit, Clementine Cartwright.
Mm-hmm.
And then she met this guy, and his name was Hugh, but it wasn't really, it was almost like, I want to say, Huda.
Mm-hmm.
But he said his name was Hugh George. So she kept her name. I don't think they got married, but they acted like they were married.
Mm-hmm. How old is she now when she's with Hugh, with George?
About when she's 23, 24. She's young.
Mm-hmm. All right. Close the scene now. And I'm going to count to 3. With each number, I want you to go deeper. 1. Moving forward in her lifetime to the next important part. 2. Going even deeper now. And 3. What's happening?
They stayed in Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
They had a good life. They had children.
Notice how many children they have.
They had 5 children. 5 comes up again.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yes.
But in their family, there was always one little towhead. Like the Dutch blood came out, but as white Dutch.
Mm-hmm.
So that helped, because people say, oh yeah, they're Dutch.
Notice how that impacts the family.
I mean, it was a blessing.
Yes.
Because it helped secure their story.
Mm-hmm.
And because he was... How did this Dutch thing happen?
Notice how it is that one of their children had the genetics.
I mean, it was green eyes and blonde hair.
Yes. Notice where the genetics are from.
It's actually from like the Netherlands or something.
Yes. How did that happen?
Her mother was raped by a white man.
Okay.
And he was Dutch. And that's where she came from. That's why she wanted out of the tribe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Let's find out more about this Dutch man. Go deeper.
He was a trader of some kind, like a fur trader. And he came through, and the tribe liked him, and they got some pelts or something from him, and he stayed one night, and when he did, he raped her mom, the chief's wife.
Yes.
So they were going to kill him. I mean, he got out of there, so it was just like a one-night stand.
Okay.
And she was the result. So she was kind of shunned, and she didn't but she loved her brother, but she wanted out all her life. So that's why she did that number with the white girl, Sarah.
Okay. So I want you to notice how this rape is now affecting the life of Sabrina.
Not too much. I don't trust men.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust them.
Notice who it is that needs to be healed from that. Is this Clementine's mother?
Yeah, Clementine's mother was the one.
Okay.
You know, so golly, that's great-great-great-grandmother.
Mm-hmm. So please connect with her.
She's pretty.
Yes.
I mean, she looks like Disney's Pocahontas, kind of pretty.
Yes. And notice where she's holding all of this anger and all of this distrust.
In her heart.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And she knows that she had no fault of this. Is she ready now to release all of this pain that she holds in her heart that's been holding her back and affecting her lineage?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to put my hand over your heart. Go ahead and give me all of that pain, all of that distrust.
Oh, wow.
Release it.
I can feel it. It's almost like...
Yes.
It's like something is reaching out of my heart.
Yes.
That's wild.
Pull it out. Release all of that. And notice all of that, how it goes through all of the DNA. Yes. And notice how her throat is affected by not being able to speak the truth about this. Yes. What's happening with the throat?
It's feeling like kind of raspy.
Yes.
Like there's a frog in my throat.
Yes. Feel that energy. It's very thick.
It is.
Yes.
And it feels like a hand is reaching out of my heart.
Yes.
Like a black shriveled hand, it feels like coming out.
Yes. Yes. And as you feel this thing in your throat, what are the things that you see? What is being held there?
Fear and
Yes.
and distrust and resentment
Yes.
and anger.
Let's pull all that out, all the way through all of the DNA, all of the ancestors, all of the women in your family that have had to keep quiet, that have had this pain. Just pull it all out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. And follow it down to the solar plexus. What's happening with the solar plexus? With the gut?
It's just growling.
Yeah.
It's busy in there.
Yeah. Ask her if there's anything else that she needs to give, to release.
Self-doubt.
Yes, where's it being held?
In the forehead, just, this is where the headaches come from.
Pull it all out. Pull out all that self-doubt.
Oh, wow, that's just so weird. It's like you're tugging it out, you're pulling it out.
Yeah.
Wow.
It feels like big fat cables.
It does. It's a sinewy.
Yes.
Like it's made out of tar or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Made me feel kind of sick. That was gross.
Mm-hmm. So now in that space, what do we want to put in there instead of all of this black tar, all of this self-doubt, all of this pain of being violated, all of this shame?
Hope and trust and
Very good.
inspiration, all that good stuff.
So I'm going to sound this tuning fork, and I want these sounds to go all the way back to your great, 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 great grandmother. What does her face look like now?
She looks very pleased.
Mm-hmm.
Just very content.
Yes.
So pretty.
Mm-hmm.
She's really pretty.
Would she be willing to have a sketch made of her?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll be opening your eyes. You will remain in this trance, connected to your great, 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 great grandmother, so you can sketch her. 1, 2, and 3. Open your eyes.
That's about it.
All right, very good. And what is her name? If you could write it down, just have her write the letters down. What does she want to be called?
Your name. Tell me your name. Shaya, 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 Shaya.
Is she happy with that? Shaya.
Yeah, Shaya.
Shaya, very good.
Shaya.
Very good. So close your eyes once again. And just allow yourself to go deeper. And as you go deeper, you're going to go to the next event in which your family needs for you to know. 1, going deeper now, using your breath. 2, to the next event that will allow you to connect the history of this family. And 3. What's happening now?
They just became a big family.
Mm-hmm.
There was some military went through that family.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just my grandfather's generation. There was, because they were just so good at, moving around on the water, some of them were doing some stuff for the military, like covert stuff.
Yes. Notice how that has affected the life of Sabrina.
Yeah. Well, that's what I ended up doing.
Mm-hmm. Whose influence led you into doing that? Find who it is.
That was my great uncles.
Okay.
There was 4 of them that were in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and I wanted to go in the Navy first. I wanted to be on ships and on the water.
Yeah.
But I went in and they said, you don't want to do this and you don't want to do that. And I said, why? And they said, because you're a woman. So I decided to go into the Air Force. So that's funny that I'd want to go into the Navy first when they were doing all that water stuff.
Notice if any of them have been able to assist you.
Yes.
Who steps forward?
One of the ones that was he was really good in the water.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, he could do canoes and he swam and anything water, he was good.
Yes.
And one time, a friend of mine took me way out in the Gulf on a moonless night, and I started panicking because we couldn't see the lights from the shore anymore, and the boat was just not big enough. It was a 10-foot boat, and I was starting to panic, and he wasn't doing anything about it. He just kept sailing towards the, out into the Gulf. And this Native American forefather sent a dolphin, a small dolphin, to jump over the bow of the boat to the point that he had to turn around and come back. It made him turn that boat around and come back.
Who is that forefather?
I want to say Hugh. I think it was Hugh. So
let's acknowledge that now and just thank him for that.
Thank you, because I was having a heart attack. I always wondered about that dolphin, how that came out of nowhere and made us come back, made us come all the way back.
Very good.
Because he wasn't listening to me at all, and I was losing it.
Okay. I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, allow Hugh to have your voice. 1, 2, and 3. Switch. Hugh, can you tell me a little bit about what happened that day?
The night on the boat?
Yes. Why did you send that dolphin?
Because Sabrina needed help on the water.
Yes.
That was my area when any of my downline is in trouble on the water. It was my vow to protect them.
Very good. Do you continue to do that?
Yes.
Have you helped Sabrina any other times?
Yes.
Would you tell me specifically what you did?
She was surfing in a hurricane wave, and debris hit her board, and she fell off, and the board came back and hit her and knocked her out. And I pulled her to the shore. Nobody saw it, but I pulled her to the shore. And then her buddy saw that she was in trouble. But I pulled her away from the debris that was coming in.
Very good. Switch. Sabrina, do you want to say anything to him about that now?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Huh. Because I had a surfing buddy, and he said he didn't see me for a while, and then he looked up and my board was kind of close to shore, and he didn't know I was still attached to it, but he got over there and pulled me out the rest of the way.
Very good.
Huh. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely was drowning. I was,
Very good. So now that we understand that the ancestors assist those that are in the downline from them, I'd like to ask Hugh, who was there to assist Sabrina when she fell out of that tree?
That was Jesus. Jesus was there for her. And Ezekiel and Paul.
Yes.
Were there. Paul talked to her. Ezekiel helped her jump out of her body as she was falling.
Okay.
And Jesus was there making sure that this wasn't the end, and giving her her message that her mission. He was telling her about her mission.
So let's talk a little bit about her mission. And what is it that Sabrina came here to do?
Sabrina is on the path of enlightenment, and she has a vital role in the new era that's coming in. The new era. It's era.
It's not Edda or Edra. It's era.
No, but those are the Edda is reminiscent of her past.
Okay.
Her past life in Norway.
Mm-hmm. Was that her name?
No, it's a myth.
Okay.
That's indigenous to that area, and it's about good versus evil.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been a theme of her life.
So what is this new era that's coming in? Can you explain that to me?
It's the reset, Alba. It's the big change, the big event.
We hear about that a lot.
Yes.
But no one still knows what it's going to be about.
No, but it will happen in our lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And we both have big roles in it.
Okay.
Yours is more specific. Sabrina's gathering intel. But does she report to Alba? No, she reports to someone in a higher capacity.
All right, let's find out who that is. Go deeper.
Her Pleiadians right away.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't know enough about Pleiadians.
Mm-hmm. How is she supposed to bring in this new era?
She's always looking towards the skies, but she thinks she sees something, but it's doubtful.
Yes.
But her visions will become so clear, so prominent, that she'll be able to share them with people, to inform them. It's like I'm going to start seeing things like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And sharing it in a big way.
Will she be doing this verbally like she's doing now, or will she be painting them?
Seems like verbally, painting, social media. She's going to be trying to reach as many people as she can with what she sees. She's going to document it.
Okay.
If it's not like taking a picture of it, because it's going to be some serious activity happening here real soon.
Mm-hmm. What's bringing all of this activity?
The Galactic Federation.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to start being some, people are seeing things now, but there's going to be a lot going on in Florida.
Why Florida?
That's where we are.
Okay.
It's everywhere, but we're going to start seeing this stuff in Florida, you and me.
Okay.
And it's because our higher-ups literally
Mm-hmm.
are going to be saying, look, here you go.
Okay.
And you need to, of course, knowing us, we'll both want to get that out to as many people as possible.
Yes.
To prepare them.
Sabrina was interested about her ship.
Yep.
Where it is. What's the home base?
It stays over water.
Mm-hmm. Could you be more specific about what kind of water?
It's off of the East Coast. God, I hate to say this. The Bermuda Triangle. It's over there.
Okay.
There's actually a compilation of different sectors of the universe with the Galactic Federation, and they are above and below the water around the Bermuda Triangle. But the Bermuda Triangle is growing. It's taking up more area now, more northward also.
Why is that?
Because more ships are coming.
Mm.
So that's what it is. It's not like a ley line as much as it's the electromagnetic pulses that are coming off their ships.
Okay.
And there's more and more of them. It's like a whole party going on under there or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so when she's wanting to see her ship, it's not too far, but it's not real close.
Okay. Would it be a good idea for her to go ahead and paint her ship and what it looks like above the Bermuda Triangle?
And yeah, now?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, very good. So I'm going to give you the sketch pad, and I want you to go ahead and park the ship over an area that you would be able to see the other ships working with you.
See the other ships?
Well, do the main ship, and if there are any others around, you can paint that too. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll open your eyes, remain in this trance, and be able to sketch your ship. 1, 2, and 3. Eyes open. Which pencil would you like?
Sharpest, whatever works.
This one's sharp. Okay.
Okay. Okay, it's big, but it doesn't look big here.
Is it the front of it?
This is the front of it.
Can you describe what these things are on the sides?
These are, this comes out. So this is kind of behind it. This is like all part of this. So these are huge windows. The front of it goes like this, and then it goes like way back.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like the sides here, down here, and then this goes in some, but this goes around. Well, that's a bad shape. But it's like from the side, it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the observatory. This is where the captain stuff is, but there's like 1,000 people can fit in there. But the captain's area is here. All of the crew, the top crew, stay in this area. But it's huge.
And where does Sabrina stay in that ship?
Well, there's an area right back here. So my quarters is right here. Then there's all kinds of smaller, and then there's all kinds of stuff back here. There's it's not even like windows. It's like metal that just becomes sheer right here. You know, it's like if it was glass, but you kind of spray painted it ombre up to the clear part, and you know what I mean? It's like that. But these are the only real windows.
Okay.
The rest of it is like, I don't know if it's a thinner metal, but it's like sheer here, and then this is all some kind of, but it's cloaked. There's, it looks like a cloud around there. So, this is all cloudy looking.
So if we were to look up in the sky, we would not be able to see it. We'd just see a cloud.
Yeah, but you might notice, because see, this is too stubby. You might notice something here, and then it goes way out. See? Like that. It's too stubby in this picture. But
now in another session, we had talked about scout ships that came out of that ship. What do they look like?
They're small. And sometimes, and they morph. They morph some. So they can go from this to the naked human eye. They go like the light that comes from them. It makes it look like a big circle, like a orb or something.
Like an orb?
But it's all moving. It's all plasmatic. It's like a shield that they put up and it lights up. It's when they're wanting to show people something.
Okay.
They want to say hi or whatever. It's almost like when cops turn their light on to let you know they're there or something. But this is...
How many people are in that ship, the scout ship?
These are not very many people. These are small. These could be 2 to 6 people, not a lot.
So could it be like the size of
It's like a pod.
Okay. So like the size of a car or bigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
But some of them are bigger. The ones from your ship, because they're carrying people. They're carrying, you know. And then there's some don't even need ships. They have this retractor beamy kind of thing. They got a beam comes out of them. And people can change. It depends on the species. Because sometimes there's a beam and it looks like a little droplet. And that's a person. But they're coming down in a plasma type stuff. And they're, you know, they're in a kind of a, like a temporary stasis or something while they're coming out of there.
Wonderful. All right. So I'm going to show this picture and just take a deep breath, go even deeper, and we're going to talk about the ship.
Take that.
We're going to do another picture.
Oh, we're done. Okay.
So I want to just show this on the camera. There's the droplet. And let's talk about Alba's ship.
Alba ship.
Where is that? Where is the home base?
Your ship is in the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay.
It's over the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay, what is it doing there?
It can send people like anywhere in the U.S. from the Gulf of Mexico. And it can gather people, not intel. I'm doing intel, you're doing people.
So what is the reason why I'm gathering people? Are these actual human beings that are alive, or are they perhaps in their astral body?
It's like the fractals are down here, but the main people are up there in your ship.
Okay.
You're meeting the fractals.
For what purpose?
When you're teaching things and when you're having your gatherings and stuff,
Yes.
the people that are coming into your life, you already have them on board your ship.
Mm-hmm.
This is like their little doppelganger.
Okay. So would you draw
your
that
ship
ship?
is super big.
What's the size of that ship?
It's really big, Alba.
So is it as large as a city?
Yes, it's larger than a city. It'd be, I mean, of course, every time I hear it, it seems like overly dramatic, but I keep hearing half the size of Texas. It would just darken the skies.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's in the Gulf. And in the Gulf, it could move to other places, but it's staying over water.
Mm-hmm. What's the reason why it's over water? It's picking up people.
It is, okay, first off, that's centrally located. Your ship is just really like Art Nouveau. I'm just going to go with a circle. And then it has like something going off here. And then it has these pretty, like this going on. But it's huge, I mean.
This shape change shape, or is it always like that?
It's very stylized, like an Art Nouveau kind of action going on here.
Is that swirl part of like a wing?
Yeah, it's like there's a pulse that travels down the ship on this and out of the ship. So this would be like the front of it. So it's more of a, almost like a fish shape. Mm-hmm. But there's a pulse that is generated that moves it through time and space. It's like, you know, it's like a big, it can go through the atmosphere without a sonic boom. But this is the front of it. And there's other areas under here where other people can attach things, and they can pick up on this pulse gravitational pull push. It is electromagnetic.
Okay. One of the
but
questions.
They can attach their ships like here, so that would make it bigger. And there's something that so they can kind of piggyback.
So find out what is making that ship move.
It's electromagnetic. They can harness gravity. So it's like a magnet. Sometimes it goes like this, and sometimes it pushes off, and you can't get it to go like that. Mm-hmm. And that is, it's like a magnetism, but it's a magnetism that has been harnessed more than just sticking something on a refrigerator. It works with gravitational pull.
Okay. So do me a favor and just go deep into the place in which that electromagnetic pulse comes from. How is it generated?
They have a machine. There's a machine. It's almost like a generator.
Yes.
And I'm hearing solar wind. Does that make sense? Solar wind can
see if you can draw how it works.
I think you go in really close to the sun and gather energy from the sun, like solar power to the nth degree.
Okay.
And there's a machine.
Where is it located on the ship?
It's like almost in the belly of the ship. It's over here because it's going to be generating this. And this, it's not just one machine. Like there's one here. There's one here. And that this energy right here is what the other people would hook up with. Like they want to put their ship on here. Mm-hmm. They can hook up with that. There's another one up here. So they can like piggyback like a fish on a fish. Mm-hmm. And it's all an aerodynamic thing. It's a beautiful ship. Here's where the crew, this is where you run the ship from up here. From the front, it's like it's like that. It's like that. And these are just, it's so pretty. And there's, like up here. See, this is all rounded backwards. This is all like here's where you are. This is not true to scale at all, but it's beautiful in flight.
Mm-hmm. And where does this ship go to besides just staying above the Gulf of Mexico?
Well, it's intergalactic.
Okay.
You're part of the Galactic Federation. That's what I'm saying. It goes to the sun. It's going close to the sun.
Okay. How often does it go to the sun?
Whatever it needs to regenerate. So it depends on if it's stagnant, if it's just hanging out for a while. Because sometimes there's, there's a lot of meetings. A lot of people like to come to your ship for the meetings. Mm-hmm. Your ship is big enough and has the power to charge up other people. It's almost like a charging station. And people can come in and there's plenty of room for everybody. But this is all part of it. It's like shaped like that, like a fish. I keep wanting to say a fish. Mm-hmm. But it's, bulbous in the front and then it tapers off. It's a lot like mine. Beautiful. Only it's big. And these guys can come in here, big ships. And they can dock, charge up, come to meetings. It's almost like a conference center kind of thing. But, you've got a big crew, but you've got a bunch of people that are monitoring their, I keep wanting to say fractals. Mm-hmm. You've got all of the tools they need. And then you do missions, but this is the priority right now is Earth.
Okay. So take a moment and just find your way inside of the ship and tell me if there is a meeting going on right now in which we need to know something about.
No, but you just had one. You just had a meeting. Mm-hmm. You had a good one, a big one.
Who was there?
There's a group that actually do astral projection. It's almost like you were doing Zoom meetings with them, basically. Mm-hmm. And they came from Andromeda. and they wanted to work on there's a message that's about to come out to mankind. These guys are like angels. You know how an angel shows up in your dream or manifests and tells you a message from God?
Mm-hmm.
That's what those people were. They're that. And then there were other people that were higher ups, but not like the full Galactic Federation. It's all about getting messages to mankind right now.
Mm-hmm. Is that why there's so many channels right now that are giving messages out?
And people that are just simple people that have never had any experiences before, all of a sudden saying, hey. And then there's mass stuff going on, like trumpets sounding and a whole town hears it. These are all the messages. So you just had a big, conference meeting about all of this happening. Mm-hmm. Messages of light and hope and wonder right here before. Oh wow, I'm getting like a serious chill here. Mm-hmm. At the time where people are thinking about God and being kind and being generous and about love and family, all the good true things on earth. That's why y'all gathered and said, okay, it's that time of year. We're coming into this new era. What exactly, how are we going to accomplish giving them these messages? So you had like those people, those angels from Andromeda or wherever, and then you had some higher ups. Anna was there. Anna from Romania. Mm-hmm. She was there. She had a big part in that. There was some other people that were helping people open up their minds to telekinesis, because a lot of people are going to want to and telepathy. A lot of thinking outside the box without technology. Mm-hmm. A lot of gifts like that are about to come to play because these people are saying boop, mm-hmm. and here you go. Because it'd be like, from the mouths of children, from the mouths of simple people that would never see something or do something like this. So it would make people wonder more so than somebody that says, oh, hey, I do all this, So there was a big conference about that, and people came from all over.
Do they have anything to do with our technology?
Yes.
How do they work with our technology?
They work with, sometimes it's just, that's what they do. There's some groups that's what they do. They come in and tweak technology. Then there's others, individuals that have been working with governments and showing them technology. And the technology that we're needing is going to be to avoid war and to make big changes that we're not ready to make.
How far ahead are we looking at these changes?
Again, it's all human will. One guy could come and upset the whole thing, or everybody could be on board and it could be quick. But it's coming soon. The rumble, people are feeling the rumble. People are seeing the signs on Earth that something's... Mm-hmm. And then there's the people that are just going right to the dark side and put their head in the ground.
Okay.
So, soon.
Okay.
Because you're not having a big old conference with people from all over the world, Alba, if it's not important and timely.
So the people who are viewing my channel and getting this information, do I already know these people?
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
Okay. What are their roles on the ship?
Some of them are your staff. Some of them are family of the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got your top crew, and a couple of them are those people. Like Anna has her own thing going on. I mean, she's part of the astral travel people.
Okay.
She's like a Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
And Dean is Mr. Information.
Mm-hmm.
He is the 411. It's like he's the librarian, like Mr. Akashic Records or something for everybody. He knows. He's got that timing thing going on too.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of people that have been to your gatherings recently, and you might know who they are. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jill has something going on too. She's got something to do with linguistics.
Mm-hmm.
Like how there's meetings about how do we go to this head of state, exactly how do we put this to him, like what verbiage to use. And she's a consult on that.
Yes. Laura also shows up a lot.
Yes, Laura, something's going to come out in her automatic writing that's going to blow her away, and she's going to share it, and people are going to, it's going to touch a nerve. People are going to really relate to it.
Okay. Now, when you see all of these on the ship, what do they look like? Do they look like us?
You know, like Anna really looks like a little old man with a long beard.
Okay. So I'm going to take the pad and show this drawing. And I'm going to switch the page, and you can just do a quick sketch of the ones that catch your attention.
Like Anna? Always see her at the head of a table. And she's got this robe on, and she really has like a almost diamond-shaped head. She's got this some kind of this long beard. Use sharper pencil.
I don't know if this is any sharper.
Wears a hat that's almost like a Pope's hat.
What kind of a hat?
Like a Pope's hat, sort of. She looks kind of like that. And she's sitting at the table. She's always kind of leaning in a little. She's always very interested in everybody. She's very wise. Very wise. There you go. That's Anna. Laura looks basically the same.
Here's a very sharp pencil.
Okay, thank you. Laura looks basically the same.
They all look basically
Her hair is different. Tanya has a fro. Tanya's all about medical DNA and changes in DNA.
Mm-hmm.
She is discussing that with everybody. People that come in. There's a big discussion about changes in DNA. There's a 12th strand thing that they're talking about. But she has like a pretty fro. Real tight packed. You know.
Does she look the same?
She looks exactly the same.
Okay, what do you look like?
I'm blue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blue and I have a white, well, it's like a mohawk, but it's long.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of in a. I look a lot like me. People recognize me.
Yes.
But my nose is kind of more rectangular. But yeah, people know it's me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have big eyes. Like, pretty big. And a long neck. And my eyes are like kind of sparkly, like a sparkle. I want to say like Crest toothpaste, that sparkly kind. And then there's a body is the torso's longer, like weird, like longer.
Mm-hmm.
Shoulders are kind of narrow, and the arms are longer. But this is all blue.
So the face is blue, the body is blue.
Everything's blue, yeah.
And the hair is
White.
white. And it's just that little short, tough
Yeah,
hair.
it's like a long mohawky thing.
So are the sides shaved? Or are they
No, it just grows that way.
It just grows, okay. Almost like a tail would grow from a horse. Just
Yeah, like a mane.
Okay, yes, like a mane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, that's enough. And then the legs are like, the feet go like this. Then there's the toes. That's terrible.
So it doesn't have knees. It goes.
The
back.
knees are up here.
Oh, okay.
But see, it's a funny leg because the foot is almost like a long, and then here's the foot, and then there's like that's the heel or something. That's the heel. See, and then there's the toes. They're like there's no ankle.
Yeah.
It's just weird feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
and the hands are like not 5 fingers, it's 4 fingers, I think.
4 fingers. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Now the next thing we want to draw, I'm going to show this, is a map that you were told to draw.
A map of what?
I don't know. Sabrina was told that she needed to draw a map. So notice where this message came from. And what comes out.
There's a constellation. I don't know what this is. But there's a constellation. Northwest sky, but that could be anywhere.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But there's a constellation there.
Okay. So close your eyes for a moment, and I'm going to count to 3. When I get to number 3, you'll be able to connect with that message in that constellation. 1, drop deeper. 2, beginning to expand your consciousness a little bit more. And 3. Where is this?
It's in another galaxy.
What's the importance of Sabrina knowing this map?
This is where she's from.
Okay.
Sirius?
Why is it necessary that Sabrina know this?
She needs to study it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She needs to find it in the sky. That's where she's going to start seeing things.
Okay, so in that direction.
Yes.
Okay. So once she starts looking in that direction, she will start seeing the things that she's going to
She can
reveal.
connect.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, that's it.
Okay. All right, good.
I don't know what this is, but...
All right. Is that all?
Yes.
All right, very good. Let me take the pencil and the pad. And just close your eyes for a moment. I want you to see yourself in the morning. When you look in the mirror and you see some different looks, what is causing the changes in the facial features? Why is it that Sabrina looks different from one day to the next?
Morphing into the whole person. It's different aspects of her personality.
What would cause one day to look one way and another day to look a different way?
She's processing her past.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been many people. She's been many people in this lifetime. She's worn many hats.
Yes.
So she's seeing herself in different ways in order to more follow that together into one dominant personality.
So she's been taking a lot of collagen. She's been doing a lot of things to improve her health. How is that helping?
She needs to keep doing that, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, more protein. And drink milk. She's drinking milk now. It's like she craves milk and was worried that that might cause problems. But yeah, she needs to drink that milk. She needs to be strong. And her bones need to become a little more dense.
Okay. Do a scan on this body. She was talking before about a broken heart. Did that have to do with her ancestors?
Yes.
How is that looking now?
Better. Healthier.
Very good.
There's a big black log pulled out of it.
Very good. What about the back? She has a lump on her back.
That was actually her body manifesting being stabbed in the back with recent betrayals.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to take care of, or do you feel that we are complete?
We're complete.
Very good.
Excuse me.
All right, Sabrina. Wow, so this was a first.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So everybody's going to wonder, how was it like?
Strange. I mean, I was going to town and I was like not even thinking about it. I usually am thinking about the process.
Yeah.
And I felt like I wasn't doing it any justice, but it was just coming out of me, you know, so I was like, maybe I'm not doing that right. But
so we did the constellation.
yeah, I don't know what that was. That was weird. I have to look that up.
And I apologize to the folks. We didn't have a great camera angle, but I'm going to take a picture of these and kind of show them. So
maybe somebody
the first one was beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
That. Wow. Huh.
So you don't remember?
Well, I remember kind of doing it, but wow.
That's pretty nice.
That was pretty good for not knowing what I'm doing.
So I mean,
do the close up because that is crazy.
Am I on? Is it close up?
Look at this. Let's just do this. Can you get it up like that? Like,
right?
That was pretty interesting.
Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So this is your great grandmother.
Yeah, great grandmother.
So we found out that she was raped.
Yes, by a white man.
That's why you have the blonde.
Yeah, because the Native American side of the family, there's all these dark-skinned, dark-haired people, and in every generation there was one kid that had white hair. And me and my sister had white hair. We'd be at family reunions going, are we adopted? Or, you know, they'd say, oh, your Uncle John was the same, you know, the towhead of the wood piles.
Now we know. Now we know what
why.
And then the next one you drew was your spaceship.
Yeah, but it's longer. See, it's more like that one. Okay. But I was, see, this isn't how I usually, but it's usually longer, like the top one, real long, 1,000 crew, 1,000 people.
That's pretty interesting. And the center window.
Yeah, that's the front.
Okay.
And it's huge. I mean, that's a big window. I mean, that's like the super hub. But see, this is more. The top one is.
And then we were talking about the little pods, which is this right here.
And they can do this plasma thing that lights up. It's almost like those things you see that glow in the dark in the ocean.
Like jellyfish?
Yeah, there's these little plankton-y type things. That, it's like that, only, you know, so they can do that. Luminescent stuff. That's not, wow.
So this is supposedly my spaceship.
Yeah, it's really prettier than that. But that's a good rendition of the front of it. And yeah, there's generators.
There's generators
that are powered by solar wind that can tap into gravitational pulls, and they're like magnets where they can push away from it or attract it.
So that was
Isn't that weird? Yeah. But it's big. I mean, big.
You keep saying it's half the size of Texas.
It's just gigantic. I mean, if people saw that, they'd be dropping dead from a heart attack. I mean, it's just so...
And then you drew...
And that's Anna.
That's Anna.
And that's me. But I'm blue.
So...
I didn't have much...
This is a picture of...
Much in the chest area there.
and the weird foot.
Yeah, it's almost like Avatar.
Yeah.
Only with like a white mohawk, and they don't have a tail.
So this is pretty interesting, Sabrina. This is the first. And we had talked about doing this because Sabrina's an artist, a very good artist. And
better than that.
Okay, this is just a sketch.
But that's a sketch.
Your great-great-great-grandmother, that was a beautiful picture. That beautiful sketch.
She was real pretty, yeah. She looked like Pocahontas in Disney to me.
So we're going to be doing more of these where Sabrina's going to be sketching.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, because... It's just strange. It's strange. But you know, when I'm into a project, when I'm painting, like, I get in a zone.
Yeah, and that's the zone you were in.
Basically, yeah, I went right into that zone. Yeah. I mean, it usually takes me hours and hours to get into that zone.
Yeah. Now, one of the interesting things was about bringing in this new era.
Yes.
Did you get anything more that you weren't saying?
Kind of weird. Like, you know, I've looked at the sky all my life. I've always been fascinated with the sky, you know? And I've thought, why are all these people seeing all these UFOs? And I'm sitting here looking for them all my life, and I've never seen anything. You know, I think I see something, but whatever. There's no, could be a cloud. You know, I think I see things in clouds. I've always studied clouds. I have stopped people in a parking lot and go, hey, you like clouds? And they're looking at me like, what's wrong with her? And I go, that one's shaped like a rooster. And they, oh, okay. They show their kids. Because I'm always, and I've had neighbors go, why are you always looking up? I'm like, you need to look up, you know? And so
apparently we're going to be seeing stuff.
Yeah, so all that looking might pay off because apparently it's going to get really, like, amped up. I won't be the only one, but I'll probably be the one that comes out and goes, I'm not afraid to say it because I'm like so coming out with all this stuff. I was squelched for so long.
Wow.
But now I'm going, whatever, you know.
And apparently all these meetings are to get messages. I was wondering why some was channeling now, and it seems
that was interesting. Yeah, when you said that, so many people are channeling, like people that like have never spoken in tongues. All of a sudden, they're speaking in tongues, and other people are deciphering it, you know, and translating it, and these are, you know, and everybody's having some kind of existential crisis about it. It's not like they're going, oh, well, looky there, I just learned a new trick. It's like, oh my God, why am I doing this, you know? But then there's so much support because we're all coming out, you know? So we're all like, yeah, I do that too. You know? So I do it with my dogs. You know, so it's the new norm, you know? Yeah. Everybody's going to go very techie, very dark, or very spiritual, very light. And all of our gifts, we all have them. Those gifts are going to wake up. They're waking up now, everybody, you know, but when there's meetings of, you know, other beings that have a hand in our lives, in our world, saying how are we going to, you know, how are we going to use just the right phrases to visit these people and enlighten the rest of the people through these people, you know. I mean, this is a big organization. This is a big deal.
You know, what was really funny was every time you started drawing, you know, when you get that sound in your ear that, you know, there's a download or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Every time you would pick up the pen, my ears would almost feel like I was going underwater.
Really?
Or I was going into space or something. Like they'd almost feel like they were going to pop.
It's the energy in the room.
There was no, like there was no sound. Everything just stopped in my ears. And I felt like when you get to a point where you're either going too deep in the water or too high up and you feel like there's no, you know, you're going to pop soon. Every time you picked up the pen and started drawing, I would get that feeling.
That's wild.
It was weird.
And tell them about the energy rushes outside. I mean, when I pulled up, I was like, there's somebody watching me right there. And I thought it might be the neighbor. And I was looking over there and I was like, I don't want to be weird, you know. And she's like, oh, yeah, there's something going on over there. And we walked over there. And I mean, it was just rush. There's a
lot of energy here today.
Yeah, we had a lot of Native American folks coming through for real. That Hugh with the dolphin. I wondered what the hell for so many years about that dolphin.
There you go.
I mean, I was in my late 20s when that happened. That was 40, like almost 40 years ago. And I've always gone, where did that little dolphin, how did that dolphin know? I mean, because it was like we were on the boat and that dolphin was going, so you had to move, so, I mean, he made him turn that boat around and made sure.
How old were you then?
I was in my late 20s.
Wow, that's amazing.
But I don't like dark water, you know. And I was like, no, man, we're getting a little far away from the lights. And, you know, I mean, it was a nice breeze. There was no storm or anything, but it was still like, you know, I don't want to be in this little boat out here in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico.
It's amazing. As you can see, you know, you have your ancestors that help you way back.
Yeah.
They care about you. So thank you all for watching. This was an amazing session, totally different than usual. But I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch up with you next time.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, baby, that was crazy.